So, one thing about me when it comes to staying focused, I'm going to stay focused about my goals. So, when we talk about concentration, one of the things that you got to realize when it's time to concentrate on self is what is going to be the benefit at the end of the road. And I feel like with me being postpartum or me wanting to just, eat better, do better, I have to stay focused. So right now, as you can see, I'm dressed in Miami attire. Of course, I borrowed my husband's hat, and he bought me this jersey a long time ago. But in the military, you have this thing called the Hail and Farewell, and it's really like where everybody gets together and greets the people who just arrived to the unit and basically say goodbye to the people that are leaving the unit. So anyway, tonight's theme is football jerseys, or jerseys in general, right? Like, well, I got some Miami stuff. We just gonna make it do what it do. But it's at a restaurant that currently I just will not eat from at this moment because I'm trying to stay within a certain, goal and everything. And so what I do is I eat before I go. Even though I know that this is, a part of my job and functions and stuff like that, I'm not gonna compromise my goal just because I have to go to this event or whatever. So that will be another tip I would say in reference to goal setting, is to say focus on your goals. Like, don't make excuses for why you don't eat right or why you're breaking your fitness goals or any type of goal. It's all about like having good habits. And one good book I read is Atomic Habits, and so I'll drop that down in the comments. But it's pretty much about habit, like why do we have the habits we have, and additional to that, learning how to habit stack and learning how to change your habits and kind of like the mindset of where habits come from and everything. So that's one book. If I could recommend any, it would be Atomic Habits by James Clear. That really helped me kind of see a perspective of how come we start out with a goal and then we don't meet it. So when we talking about concentration, a part of your concentration is going to do with how focused you are and determined you are for your own goals. So that's pretty much all I got. I'm going to eat my meal prep before I get there, because just because I have to go do work, socialization, and fun does not mean, and I mean, repeat after me, I'm going to say it real slow, does not mean I have to compromise myself and my goals and everything. And once in a while, enjoying these things are cool and all, but if you really have a goal and you truly want to change some things in your life, you're going to limit the amount of things that you endure. And if you have to be in certain settings, don't make excuses for why you up there chowing down or eating incorrectly, or just, even if it's not that, even if it's you want to stop drinking, whatever that goal looks like, don't blame others for why you are not being focused and concentrating on what you want to do. So stay focused on what you need to. Whew. So I'm headed home, coming from the event. One of the things, like I had already told you, is I'm very serious about what I put in my body a little bit more now. And some people are like kind of turn their nose up at you like, oh, you're small, you don't have nothing to worry about. And a lot of people don't understand, like, that's probably the most backwardest idea. I don't know if backward is a word, but for me, it's not about being small, it's about a goal. And I've been petite my whole life, but you start to just want to do something a little bit more productive when it comes to, your goals and everything like that. So I tell people all the time, it's not about me wanting to be skinny or, snap back and all that stuff. It's really about, just having that discipline. I'm a little older now. It's not the same as when I had kids earlier in my 20s and everything like that. So you have to look at it from a standpoint of what are my goals. I don't really care what the world thinks goals are. It's what are my goals, and so how am I going to stay focused? How am I going to stay disciplined and everything like that? I'm gonna turn my light real quick. I ate my meal prep food beforehand Was this bad? I don't know. Okay. So a lot of times you're going to have to sit up there and just put your foot down. It's okay if people don't understand your journey and everything, because at the end of the day, it's about what you consider a goal. Sometimes you're going to have to sit there and be that oddball. You know, people were like, oh, you're still doing that? Because the last time we had a Helen farewell, I did the exact same thing. I ate my meal prep food before I came. I made sure I had did my gym routine and everything before I came that morning and everything. And then before I left to go to the event, I ate my meal prep food and stuff. And it wasn't because I was trying not to be engaged. If anything, I was trying to stick to a goal. And my goal was to do the right thing for these 6 weeks program that my friend Tanya had, had introduced and everything like that. Because for me, it was bigger than just doing whatever I wanted to do. It was more like, what do I want to see? What are my results? What do I want my results to look like? And for me, I wanted to see a change in, my body and things like that. And so what I found is, if you get really disciplined about what your intake is within your body, are you drinking a lot of water? Are you eating the right food? Are you eating quality food? That's going to make a difference in the output of what you see. So people lie to themselves every day and say, I am disciplined, but they know they're not. And it's okay if you're not. You just got to find a way to get disciplined and get focused and get, concentrating on the things that matter in your life. And so for me, that's the space I am in. So I really adjusted a lot of things. And I'll do a later video about how I adjusted and why I adjusted and things of that nature. But I'll tell you, even in that social setting, people are like, oh, you're not going to eat any chicken wings. You're not going to. No, it's not that I will never eat chicken wings. It's just I'm in a space now, like I have one cheat meal per week. And that's one meal. It's not a day. It's a meal. And literally, that's how I had to come to grips of how to be disciplined for myself, because I don't need to eat all that stuff. And it doesn't do anything for me but make me feel sluggish and things like that. So at any rate, all that to say, you have to find what works for you.
Small city thinking.